Good afternoon, Maritime Forces Atlantic. My name is Captain Navy John Newton, the Base Commander of Canadian Forces Base Halifax. This July, approximately 35 to 40 tall ships from around the world will gather in Halifax Harbour in a grand spectacle that reaffirms the strategic maritime importance of this port of Halifax to our country, but also it's an opportunity for us in the Navy to reflect on the maritime and strategic importance of our Navy. In a few moments, we're going to head down to the garrison grounds where I'm going to talk to you about a ceremony entitled the consecration and presentation of the Queen's Colour. This ceremony, like the tall ships, is of fundamental importance for us as a Navy to reaffirm our values as an institution and for us to communicate to the Canadian public the importance of our service. We're down at the garrison grounds, right beneath the walls of historic Citadel Hill. Imagine 30 years ago, 27 June 1979, in front of 60,000 spectators, approximately 700 members of the Canadian Navy, hundreds of members of a massed naval band paraded right here in the garrison grounds in a ceremony entitled the consecration and presentation of the Queen's Colour. Now fast forward to June 2009. In a summer already packed with major naval and maritime themes, including the Royal Nova Scotia International Tattoo, over 400 members of the Canadian Navy from across our country, with formations from Maritime Forces Pacific, from Naval Reserves, and from Maritime Forces Atlantic, will parade right here on the garrison grounds to the musical backdrop of 100 members of the massed Navy bands, including those musicians from the Naden Band in Victoria, Naval Reserve Band, and our own Stadacona Band. Vice Admiral Dean McFadden will be hosting this Pan-Navy celebration. The presiding officer, Her Excellency the Governor-General of Canada, will take the royal salute as over 400 members of our Navy parade on the garrison grounds in a display of military discipline, pomp, and ceremony. Gun salutes will fire from the ramparts of the Citadel Hill. There'll be flypasts of maritime aviation, a feu de joie of the massed rifles of the Guard, all set to the musical backdrop of the massed band. The 27 June consecration and presentation of the Queen's Colour is an excellent opportunity for our naval service to demonstrate not only to the people of Halifax, but the citizenry of Canada, the unity of purpose, the pride in service, and the esprit de corps of their Navy. So what is the Queen's Colour? Simply put, the Queen's Colour is the most prized possession of the Canadian Navy. Hundreds of years ago, armies and fleets rallied around a colour, a standard, or a banner. If in battle that banner fell, it was an indication that the battle was lost. The captain had struck his colours, and the sailors gave up their fight. Therefore today, in a more traditional sense, the colour is a representation of the strength of our Navy. It is an institutional icon. It's treated with great reverence and respect, dignity and ceremony. But after 30 years of use, our colour is worn, and it's time for its replacement. This is the fourth time the Queen's Colour will be consecrated and presented to the Canadian Navy. The first occurred in 1939 by King George VI in Beacon Hill Park in Victoria. When that colour was worn, it was replaced in 1959 by Queen Elizabeth II right here in the garrison grounds of Halifax. 20 years later, 27 June 1979, the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth II, consecrated and presented the replacement colours again on the garrison grounds before that crowd of 60,000 people. So this summer, on 27 June, on a beautiful Saturday, we're going to celebrate the consecration and the presentation of the Queen's Colour to the Canadian Navy before the public of Canada and the citizenry of Halifax. To the defence team of Halifax, everyone is invited to come and enjoy the ceremony and watch their Navy and feel the pride and commitment of our service to our country. Thank you.